don't like to run the ball. Moore only got 107 yards, so I knew he been tricking people with that shit.
Oh, big man.
I got 4 interceptions with Marcus Joyner. You better get your
First
shit
opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Mercedes-Benz Superdome.
Let me go to this shit, man. Yo.
The excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set,
What's up,
and
boss,
we're set
man?
as well
Do I
as
have
the
to scream
Saints
this
get
game?
ready to do battle with the... up to the 27-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 to mark him down at the 39. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Stop playing that shit, bro. Not me. Please don't blitz me, my nigga. Like, you gonna hurt somebody's feelings, and it ain't gonna be mine.
After the interception, here's Goff. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. From the gun, here's Goff. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. A Ram first down as Goff finds Kupp.
Listen. You really gonna do this?
On first down, it's Gurley.
Come on, Gurley.
And
show that nigga why you
down
top
to
back
about
in the
the
league.
20-yard line.
Let's go, Gurley.
And a nice carry
show that nigga why you
15
top back in the league.
yards.
Let's go.
And a nice little broken tackle run there by Todd Gurley, the 10th pick in the 2015 draft.
And that's what you get with him. That full package of speed, power, able to catch the ball in the backfield. Many people doubted him coming out because of the knee injury in college. They're seeing the full Todd Gurley now, and it hurts.
DC.
Goff on first down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. The safety that time, Tony Jefferson there on the coverage.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Oh,
Shotgun snap for Goff. And he's got it. That's Kupp for a Ram touchdown. In for the score. And the Rams are going to take a first-quarter lead.
It's never fun for a defense to run on the field knowing that they're having to defend a short field. Just the idea of trying to limit an offense in that position, daunting for a defense.
Zerline good with a PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
21. 11. Ready for shot.
On second down, here's Breeze. Going for the deep ball. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. He got 29 yards that time.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
Breeze to Ingram on the draw. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Sam Shields, the one that got him down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for the first one, Ingram. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
That's a tremendous group effort there because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That's the first catch of the game for Goodwin. It's a first down. A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. They'll run here with Ingram. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up.
Hey, what the fuck is going on?
2nd and goal from the 1. They go option right on 2nd and goal. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
Let me get a pass.
Throwing now is Breeze. The quick slant caught. They're able to hold them to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
Get a pass, bro.
We hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone?
I see you winning 3 nights.
Set to return. This is Brandon Cooks. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's going to pop those 3 now.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line.
You know what I told you? Say, dude, get out on sack.
Tackle is made by Cameron
First
Jordan.
thing you came out of
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions,
not getting that many sacks.
I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here's Goff now on 2nd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
His second drive got to the goal line. Stop this.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. He's letting
it fly
for
Brandon
Cooks. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful.
He trash.
4th down now. So possession 1 ended in 6. Possession 2 likely going to end in a punt.
Yeah, that's okay. They just got to get back to what they worked on in the opening drive and continue to make a few adjustments along the way. It won't be exact because the defense will make a few adjustments themselves. Just get back to your game plan.
The Saints coming out now to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Samson Abukum in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
2 sacks last week. Another one right here. He's been unblockable lately.
I think that goes
all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Here's Breeze to throw.
I thought he liked to pass, bro. He's going to tell you what he came out doing.
And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
He got some fast-ass wide receivers, though. Ain't even lie.
12. 11. 21.
You just don't know I'm coming.
12.
I'm sending. I'm coming.
Shotgun now for Breeze.
That's
going to be knocked away and incomplete. This is going to be a good one-on-one battle to watch. Both of these guys play the game at the highest level.
Both of them are terrific competitors. They play the game with great athleticism and smarts as well.
And in this early round, the defense wins. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away.
I'm a cover 3 user.
Getting set to go
I
now.
run the cover 3.
They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Haters.
That catch good for 5. It's third
Whoever
down.
the Texas is, man.
Back live now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gordon. It's the Rams with a football to get us going. They'll face a third down conversion attempt here, 3rd and 3.
17. 17. Hey, 5. 5.
Yep. That's about it, big dog.
Here's Goff. That's going to be complete to his tight end,
I won't even throw no more, bro.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
This nigga on routes, so I don't even
His
throw
first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
Oh, man, he blitzed me. Did he really blitz me? He blitzed me on this play? Cooper Kupp, first down.
On first down, gone. Throw left side, complete to Kupp. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And, you know, this league is set up for me to lose because I ain't got that many plays. Even in the playbook, I've been running all these years.
They'll run it now out of the gun. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Right.
Not much happening there on first down.
You
I
had
thought there
5
might have been a
balls?
hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Who? Yeah? Oh, that's crazy, bro. Super Bowl, baby.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult third down call now.
He just ran man coverage. He just ran a man.
The Rams on third down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Whirling.
He's not trying to
Go. 120. Cut.
Gone. Escaping the pressure right. Hard throw, incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So on 4th down, here comes Greg Zuerlein to try and get 3 for the Rams. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And Zuerlein's kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
This will be taken short.
Right.
He'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 27. Bree's going to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
I'm going to tell you what he's trying to run on me now. 4 verticals.
Here we go.
On first down, Breeze. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
To
To throw is Breeze. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
I'm about to bring the pressure.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Now Breeze on third down. Deep ball for Goodwin. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Boy, on the outside.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
If you get Brandon Cooks on the outside, I might be able to hit him for a one-play touchdown. You know what I'm saying? You never know.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Oh, hitting the two-man under.
76, 76. Whirl it.
Slant right here. Go with the triangle.
Out of the gun. Gone.
He's
letting it fly
Brandon
for
Cooks.
Cooks.
Deep.
This is intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
We got Donald doing different shit. We got all the niggas doing something different.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
You never know where you might get Donald. He's a little nervous.
From the gun, it's Breeze. He goes underneath to Ingram. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
11.
From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. LaMarcus Joyner coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down.
It's a YouTube video out there for you to watch.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And the Rams now coming out on the field. Golf will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 16.
Super wide. Louis.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Goff now looking to throw. He's letting it fly for Cooks. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
From the gun on third down, Goff. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. The 21 yards there as they convert on third. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
It's the linebacker, Manti Te'o, on the stop.
And he done ran the cover two twice. You know, stay in the nickel with the two-man under.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Out of different formation.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he
it's a different formation.
Right near the 45-yard line.
Every play.
They'll get 6 on the play, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
It's a different formation. They say you got to change the formation.
2
I changed
minutes
the formation.
To play here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after
I done blitzed you every third down that you done did, bro. I blitzed you on every third down you done did.
The Rams on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Bro, you supposed to be the passing god in here, bro. And
now
honestly, I don't see it.
Working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end.
I done ran cover 3 out of dime, nickel,
inside the
3-4.
And a nice gain at 21 yards.
I'm making my own changes.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league
I don't care about you running the same play.
You
can run your beater every goddamn play for all I care.
The tight ends have created so many tough
matchups now. It's not going to work against me.
If you can't run with the tight end as a linebacker,
no. My brother was
time.
saying some shit about you was ready to whoop my ass or whatever. You got the #1 offense defense. You know what I'm saying?
On first down, it's gone.
Bro, I really don't care about that shit.
Taken down. Goff is sacked. Cameron
like you can run cover 3 against me every play if you want.
Sack, and he's closing in on that
all-time
record. That's number 19 on the year.
I mean, if you think it's going to work.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
I like Lattimore. I've been torching Lattimore.
From the gun, here's gone.
Like, that's what I'm telling you. I've been torching Lattimore.
It's caught left side by
I done missed that 3 times, bro. I done missed that route 3 times.
A big play, and even 40 yards.
You see what I'm saying?
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays,
I mean, listen,
that's often the difference in winning and losing.
Bro.
Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal.
I can't help it either, bro.
Push it in with Gurley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
Listen, it's nothing against you. It's nothing towards you or none of that shit, bro.
His 5th touchdown now on the year.
I know some of the niggas in this league, and they like,
their league.
I'm a YouTube player or some shit like that.
That
I just got a lot of free time, and I play this game a lot.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send
you can beat the cover 3, bro. I beat cover 3 every day.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
But listen, if it's a cover 3 at the dime, the big nickel, and shit like that, it's still, I changed the formation.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
Like, you think you got that shit beat right here, you'll be wrong.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
That's when
it's a gain of 5, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Now Breeze. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense.
See, I'm new to this league shit, bro. I usually play a lot of head-to-head.
For his 5th sack of the year. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Now Breeze. Again's got it. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the 1st half of play. Throwing on 1st down is Breeze. And, he took that in one-handed.
They say you're supposed to be some kind of passing guy.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a 1st down.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Cameron Meredith as the 1st half is winding down. And the Saints are back within a score. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the 2nd quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well. So what you're saying is, if they take the ball down to start the 2nd half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it? Absolutely. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
On 1st and 10, Goff. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half. So after the INT, it's Breeze. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
Why did he play with it?
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He hit his first. Now this from 43. And Lutz puts this one through. So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And an out. Brandon Cooks. The 40. 30. The 20. Touchdown, L.A. Brandon Cooks with what they'll score a 106-yard return. And the Rams add on to their lead.
And talk about taking words and bringing them to life. At halftime, I will guarantee you in their locker room, they talked about pressing the kicking game because you can get an advantage.
I just said I get a retry, bro.
And they just did.
Zerline now for the PAT.
I made this.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So now the other return teams out there, as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This will be taken very short. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the 2nd half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Here's Breeze. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Here we go. Watch the egg. Got it. Take four. 21. Good set. One down. 21. Ready for touch.
Shotgun now for Breeze. He'll let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get it down deep into Los Angeles territory. A big-time play there for New Orleans. And even 40 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Hey. Over. 12. Ready for touch.
Into the red zone, it's Breeze. Over the middle, that's caught by Meredith. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher. Guys try.
Now Breeze lost the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, L.A. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Zerline good with a PAT, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be taken short. And a good gets set to trot out there.
Hey, bro, I'm whooping ass again. The best nigga in the league.
So Breeze going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30.
31 to...
Throwing now is Breeze.
31 to... Oh, he fumbled again. Come on, get the ball. Get the ball here.
No. Now the Rams have got it, going the other way.
31
to already in 13. The red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over.
Now, Sebo, listen to this. Check this out, Sebo.
No backs in
he
the
got on the
backfield.
mic, you know, because I'm broadcasting, right? So he get on the mic. Like,
in this situation,
bro,
you know
are you running this cover 3? Now, they didn't say I couldn't run cover 3.
Nobody else
they just said I couldn't run the same cover 3.
Means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit.
So I'm running cover 3 out of like 10 different formations.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a no, they said. Right, like, damn, you ain't got them cover 3, cover 2, and man coverage. So...
Another carry now for Gurley. Gurley's got the first down and then some. And he'll get into the end zone.
Because it's all in different formations.
Rams.
It's different formations. As long as it's a different formation, it should be okay.
With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And
the Rams
see, you
use
think I'm just running cover 3, but
they cash in
I might blitz one of the linebackers. I might blitz the corner.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up
like,
successful.
I got his tendencies down packed, so he knows.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. So a very short kick, and this will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
Like, yeah, we're gonna come
and
out
the turnover
here,
last time,
that's
sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, They've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that what again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, I just kept using it.
She gets swatted.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
21.
The play fake to Ingram. Now it's Breeze. He goes
Bro,
full extension, and he's got it.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that cat?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better.
Let me get an interception.
Breeze now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Here's Breeze to throw. They go screen. This is Ingram. Got some real estate inside the 30. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And the Rams got him. They bring him down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Breeze. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Lamarcus Joyner in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
The shit that the dude was just running?
Here we go.
3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here.
21.
To throw is Breeze. He sets to fire deep. And he's got it. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Cameron Meredith, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Saints get a bit closer. Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to 18. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
1st down.
The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
But
now a 1st down throw. Gone. Dumps it off to Gurley. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a Turkey Bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Throwing on 3rd. Goff. He gets it to Gurley. Complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. And 12 yards that time and picking up the 1st.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
I think a free play now for Goff. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. From the 50, it's Goff. He'll find Everett there, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Only 2 yards on the completion. It's 2nd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Damn, I wonder, can I hit Coop? Route. Listen me.
To throw on 2nd down is gone.
And
he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Manti Te'o. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They go play action for Ingram. Now Breeze. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
There we go.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here.
36. 11.
From the gun, it's Breeze. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4th.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just notice you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well.
My dude got the sacks.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Time to establish the run game here. Gurley. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the 4th quarter.
Got a little something.
Gurley again here on first down. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now it's gone. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Goff now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Obama.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And Gurley fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
Starting left here.
Goff on first down. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. A shotgun snap for Goff. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Tell you that shit.
The ball down at the 1 as they come up after the penalty on another 2nd and goal.
76, tell him. 76. 76.
Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley punching it in from a yard away. And the Rams add on to their lead. And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
I'll take 45.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Not my best game, but
this will be taken very short. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now Breeze. The catch made over the middle by Ginn. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one goes for 24 yards.
We're good. 5-4, ready. 12.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hill. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Breeze now. Again has it complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. Into the red zone. It's Breeze. And he is caught at the 7-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable. And he's taken in the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Josh Hill, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. Lutz to try to add the PAT. Lutz with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to 18.
The only reason why this nigga is scoring is because I can't run the blitz 90% of the goddamn game. And it's bad for me.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off.
Oh, yeah, bro. These motherfuckers is long.
That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Merlin, shell.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
They
give him 14 yards that time, and a fresh set of
downs.
downs.
If you're good or not. You ain't gonna be satisfied until I put up 70 on somebody, and then they're gonna be like, yeah, he ran this cover 2 the whole game.
Shell. Hardball. It's hot. Hardball. Orange.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. That's going to set them back 5 yards. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Super 66. I'm coming. Hey, lift.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. A good comeback there after the penalty, 9 yards, and it's 2nd and 6.
This game is so fucking long, bro. Finally hit the 2-minute warning. I'm in 59 minutes.
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. C.J. Anderson of the game. He gets it here. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock
ticking. Really, I want to get MVP, so.
The Rams on third down. They've been very good. 5 for 7 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Out of the gun. Goff. He's going to fire one deep over. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the return here is stopped
his deep throw accuracy is fucking trash, bro.
Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before.
Man, he threw the ball. Like, I got nothing but the whole middle of the fucking field wide open.
And right
he
now,
throws it straight to the safety.
Coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit. Maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
Hey, two. Under.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on to it 2nd down.
I ain't gonna never get no passing stats.
Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there. Hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
21. Under.
Breeze will try again on 2nd down.
Come on, man. Get the fucking pick.
And incomplete. The Pro Bowl corner, Marcus Peters, there to make the play.
The first time I saw Marcus Peters is in a practice session when he's at the University of Washington. I literally was watching someone else, and my eyes kept going to him. I thought he played the corner position with extreme intelligence, even as an undergrad there.
What year was that?
It would have been his sophomore year at Washington, and he's carried over those same playmaking skills to the NFL, and we just saw him knock one away.
21. 12.
Now Breeze on 3rd down.
Give me that. Let me get that.
And they're going to take over right there at the 22.
Oh, don't quit. Don't quit. Hold on. Let me leave this shit. Whoa, what's going on, bro?
2-yard line.
There we go.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. And a strange one here, a little befuddled. They're sending out the field goal unit now. He connected on its first. This time it's 39 yards away. And Zerline's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball,
I can't wait to play you too.
Without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
It's a very short kick, taken by an up man. And they're going to wind up with
Jared Goff got like 4 interceptions, the wide open wide receiver.
35. Out on the field comes New Orleans. Let's just be frank. They're
bro, he overthrowing every deep ball I throw.
That's all that's left because victory.
He overthrowing every deep ball I throw.
Now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it.
Because I got cash out.
There are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
I barely got a lead check.
See how they handle the waning moments of this one.
Who you play with? What you want to do, bro? What you want to do?
Now it's the backup
don't work,
Bridgewater. Well, this is
none of that shit work.
A gain of 6 there on first.
I can't even play.
That was a nicely run.
I can't even play my defense the way I want to play it.
Make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route. And
no, I just run a different blitz play every time. Like, whatever formation I'm blitzing your ass, bro.
And now what he's trying to do
all you need
is
to
use
know.
his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Like, no matter what. You got fast niggas, I give you that.
Delta.
A second down throw for Bridgewater.
That's mine.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
This defense is
I
continuing
know that.
to contest
See, I'm
every
saying,
deep
understand
ball
this, bro.
that
I
is
told you I
thrown
played this game a lot.
downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you play man or zone.
I'm telling
Eventually,
you.
that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust
I ain't
yourself
learned shit on YouTube,
and go
bro.
up at that
I
moment of
don't
truth
need
and make
YouTube.
a play on the football.
The Saints on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 4.
4 down. Delta.
Yeah.
From the gun, Bridgewater. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No first down.
I
Here's
see how
Thomas
your
Morstead
passing
now,
work, though, bro.
as
That
he's
shit is
on
nice.
for the
I give
5th
you that.
time here today.
Like, I know all the routes that you're running. Like, I know them routes. I know about them routes.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away.
So, I like that shit.
The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap.
And got his man complete. And he's brought down, but
I
not
have no
before
idea,
getting
bro.
across midfield to the 45.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say, you better
You're
run
right.
to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
Well, right now, maybe they're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big.
Throwing now, Goff. He's letting it fly. This is caught inside the 15. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that. But there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well at hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with this one. I struggle.
They saying you
But
can't
on
run it out the
the
same.
argument, I get it on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know it was really exciting. Fantasy owners who
They
had them. Hey, listen, get the points from me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
Man coverage.
Well, in this one, partner, we had some
rough
action
not
all
to
the way
run
down to
shit
the final
when it's
whistle
all you
there
got
with
to
the
do
late
is run.
points and then the kickoff to end it.
Yeah, and the best part about it is just seeing how teams battled all the way
But
to
you,
the
hey,
end,
listen,
you know.
I give you props.
Didn't really
The
matter.
first dude
The
that I
scoreboard
played
was
didn't
pretty
throw
well
11
set,
interceptions.
but they still competed until the final.
It was a nice game.